the safe area.
Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Targeted Loot today for September 3rd, the series that shows you the targeted loot map, farming tips and tricks, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe and like buttons below, and check the video description for all named gear and weapons lists and spreadsheets. Also, check out the pinned comment section below for the Discord link and how to join the Shadow Crew clan on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Thanks, agents. And also remember, the PTS goes live tomorrow on Friday, September 4th. Turn on those bell notifications because I will be covering as much as I can do on it. The new gear sets, summit mode, and everything. Alright, let's get started with the Dark Zones first and the highlights from the Dark Zone vendors this week. Then DC, then New York City last. DZ West, we got the Virginian. We got Strategic Alignment at DZ South and at the White House vendor. And then DZ East, we got the New Reliable. Now, there's also a New Reliable at the Cassie Mendoza vendor. And wow, that one is near Godroll, I believe. It's really good. But definitely go pick that one up, not over here in DZ East. Gloves in DZ West, you can get the Deathgrips. So if you'd like to see those, I'll show them to you real quick. There they are. So they give you that 5% armor on kill. They're definitely worth picking up. So I would check them out for sure. You could wait until TU11 when the drops change, but I wouldn't. I would just grab them right now. But that's all personal preference, you know. Also, you can get BTSU gloves. Let's see, I don't think it's an invaded Dark Zone, but you still can get BTSU gloves and contractors gloves as well. And then holsters at DZ South. So of course the Claws Out holster is a DZ exclusive. That one's really good as well. So I'll show you that one as well, just to be able to check it out right here. So you get 500% melee damage and a 10% pistol damage attribute as well. And then of course Wyvernware DZ East. The Claws Out holster is Wyvernware, so you could farm both of these and end up getting the Claws Out holster. Alright, agents, well, let's do the highlights for the north side. We got Providence Defense at Camp White Oak. So of course the Sacrifice with Perfect Glass Cannon. And then of course if you have any other Providence Defense DPS build, I would definitely try to get better rolls today at Camp White Oak if you can. It's a really long mission. I think there's like multiple bosses in between it, so I would check that out. MMRs at the ballpark, so the White Death and the Elk's Long Stick with Perfect Ranger are really good MMRs to grab. I think they're pretty much best in slot for MMRs, except for the Nemesis and the Mantis, which you can farm for, but you had to have done the quest for Nemesis first and gotten the blueprint at Grand Washington Hotel. And then the Mantis you have to get from the Season 2 rewards first. And then China Light's great for that explosives damage. And then skill attachments I don't think are worth farming for at Manning National Zoo. Alright, agents, so let's do the highlights for the west side. We got submachine guns at West End. Now that's the Lady Death, of course, and refarming the Chatterbox. And remember, if you haven't got the Chatterbox yet for any reason, I got a quick 5.5 minute video on how to do it. Quick guide. I'll put it in the card in the top right. And then, of course, the best top tier SMGs are the Vector variants and the MPX. Got gear sets at Federal Emergency Bunker, so anything but System Corruption, which is a DZ exclusive, and then of course Foundry Bulwark and Future Initiative chest and backpack pieces, which are still locked behind the raid as raid exclusives. We got Sokolov Concern at the Potomac Event Center. It's hard to get those chest and backpack pieces of Sokolov Concern. Not farming targeted loot for them. I've never gotten the backpack and chest piece, at least with all red rolls, so you got to farm targeted loot for it. And if you're running an SMG, you always replace Providence Defense with Sokolov Concern. Let's check out the legendaries for this week too real quick. We got Wyvernware at Roosevelt Island. We got submachine guns at District Union. And then shotguns at Capitol Building. So of course you can get the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun at Capitol Building Stronghold. Lady Death at District Union, or everything I just said about SMGs. And then Wyvernware for that 10% skill damage. It's always good on any sort of skill damage build. It's usually required. Pawnee U at Constitutional Hall, so of course you can get the Force Multiplier backpack with Perfect Combined Arms, which is always worth farming for. Skill haste, skill damage, and then the TU11 mod system is going to be generic after this, so it won't roll with the red attributes anymore, and the one that you have with the red attribute, even if you re-rolled it, you'll be refunded that recalibration, or if you didn't, then it'll just change to a generic mod slot that you can put a skill attachment in after that. And then Badger Tough at Tidal Basin, so the 0F's chest piece with Perfect Unbreakable. That's always great for a shotgun build. I have one actually. I love it. It wouldn't work without that 0F's chest piece. So it's definitely worth farming for sure. And then assault rifles at Lincoln Memorial. There's a lot of assault rifles to get. So first off, the named ones. Mechanical Animal with Future Perfection. You got the Burnout named FAMAS, where you get a ton of weapon handling after your reload. So it's just the perfect version, I think, of on empty. And then of course the Maniac with the military AKM. That one's also pretty good. I know a few people that run exclusively that one. Military AKM is my favorite. It's definitely the hardest hitting assault rifle that I know of. And the top tier assault rifles, of course, besides the exotic Chameleon, is the FAMAS's. My favorite, the military AKM, P416s, Police M4, G36, and Carbine 7s. Go along gear for that 10% status effects on a 4-piece Eclipse Protocol build. And then rifles at the Pentagon again. That's terrible. But actually, the Pentagon was really fun. I ran that mission 4 or 5 times. I think with Benman, I think we at least ran once. Shout out to Benman, our top Shadow Crew clan member on PC. This one's actually really fun. I enjoy the Pentagon. I'd recommend coming out here if you need a rifle. It's actually a refreshing mission, at least in my experience, that I did a few days ago. Remember, you can get a good classic M1A, or what I was looking for was an M1A CQB. It's got such a high rate of fire, and it usually hits for over 2 million with my Focus Vigilance build, and it just fires one after the other so quickly, and it's really stable. I'd definitely give it a shot. I was almost going to make a whole video on it when I was getting it to hit for 3 or 4 million in the shooting range, but when I went out and took it out into the Pentagon, it was hitting for like 1.52 million crits. So I don't know what was going on there, or my eyes were deceiving me. Then of course you get the Merciless and the Diamondback, and the best talents for damage on an M1A or any rifle is going to be Boomerang, which is my favorite, and then of course Ranger, which is my second favorite. The final one, Rifleman. Seska for that 10% crit hit chance at the White House area, and backpacks I don't recommend farming for DCD headquarters. You usually want to farm the brand, not the type. And then Grupo Sombro at Foggy Bottom, first piece for DPS builds, second piece for skill explosive builds. Alright agents, we're over here at the east side of DC. Let's do the highlights for the east side. First we got Araldo Holdings at Downtown East, and Sokolov over here at Southwest for these No Hope Hotel and Demolition Site XP farms. I'll put at least one of them in the card in the top right now. It just makes it easier for you guys to shuffle between videos if you need help. These are really fast missions you can do. So the Araldo Holdings is good for 2 pieces with 3 pieces aces and 8s, and 1 piece perfect headhunter chest piece Walker Harrison Co. for that headshot build. I love that build. Every once in a while I like to take it out to like Camp White Oak and just long shot, headshot everyone. So much fun. I love it, but I couldn't play exclusively headshots. It would give me carpal tunnel. And then of course Providence Defense at Jefferson Trade Center. I would run that instead of over there at Camp White Oak, and you get a chance to get the Coyotes mask, which is also a DPS exotic. So I would definitely check that out as well over here at Jefferson Trade Center. Overlord for Fox's Prayer knee pads, or you can farm American History Museum knee pad targeted loot. You can also get Sawyer's knee pads and the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. And then Mass at East Mall, you got these 4 manhunt control points. You can get the Coyotes mask, Vile mask, and Punch Drunk mask with 20% headshot damage baked into it. And then rifles over here at Jefferson Plaza. I would actually just run Pentagons to Jefferson Plaza. There's so many resources you can pick up too if you're low on them for any reason. And also, just a heads up real quick, I might make a separate video on this, but comment in the comment section below if you guys have more than one character you use for resources and getting multiple exotic caches a week. That's what I do. I do it for all 4 of my characters. And Walker Harrison Co. for that perfect headhunter chest piece at Space Admin this week. Alright agents. Oh yeah, and then Alp Summit for healer builds, which I'm going to be putting out soon. I'm sorry guys, I got so much schoolwork to do. I've been boggled down by it, but I'm trying to get these build videos out fast. And the PTS, which I'll be covering too. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so turn on those bell notifications. Alright, let's check out New York City, and then I'll let you guys go. Alright agents, well immediately it stands out to me is LMG's at Pathway Park, so you can get the exotic Bullet King and Pestilence, or the named ones, like the Slepner, the Carnage, Good Times with Perfect Fast Hands, and the new Reliable. Although remember, if you get to Cassie Mendoza and get that new Reliable, I don't think you'll get a better one farming. And then Douglas and Harding for the Punch Drunk mask, although you might want to just farm mass. Douglas and Harding's just as good because you're just farming that one brand. And then of course you get a chance to get the Lady Death from farming the open world. Petro for those contractors gloves, and chest pieces at the Tombs for the tardigrade exotic chest piece. And yeah, that's about it that I would all recommend it in NYC. Alright agents, well that was the targeted loot today for September 3rd. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed my content. And if you really enjoy my content, you can go ahead and click the join button to become a member for exclusive perks. And remember to check out those links in the pinned comment section below as well. Take care agents, and be sure to stay tuned for more daily videos and much more, including the PTS, Summit Mode, gear sets, and all that new gear. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video.